Hey YouTube, this is Gracie and welcome back to Card-tober, a series in which I show you how to make a Disneybounding Halloween card every day in the month of October. Today is day 5 of Card-tober, and within the month I'm also doing themes, and this theme is the week of villains. So the very first week in October is the week of villains, and I'm not going to be telling you what next week's theme is, you'll just be pleasantly surprised when it happens. So today's card is Disneybounding as Mother Gothel from the movie Tangled, and I've decided to do a big giant sentiment on the front, Bump in the Night, because of the song that she sings to Rapunzel, talking about all the horrible things in the world, so I thought that was quite fitting. I've also included mostly the color maroon because that is the color of her dress, and so this black kind of like scrunchy paper is to represent the crimpy curliness of her black hair. And then I've done a little ribbon in the center here with a little like circular like belt loop kind of thing to represent the cinched waist belt thingy that she wears. And then I've also done a very thin layer of black cardstock on the back side of the card, or on the back of this front layer. And then I've done 4 little dots of Nuvo crystal drops in black as well, just to make a finishing touch to the card. On the inside I put Frightfully Delightful because once again she's always talking about how scary the world is and how Rapunzel is not allowed to go out into it. Mostly because she wants to keep her for her magical hair. And that is also why I've decided to do the flower thing in the corner, just to represent the magical flower that Rapunzel basically is. I've done the ribbon along the center here to just make it cute and pretty. Got a little dog hair there, sorry about that. On the back side, I did my G stamp with a little black thread ribbon to again represent her hair, Mother Gothel's hair. And yeah, so let me go ahead and show you guys how I did this whole card. So first things first, you got to start off with your card, and this card is 5.5 by 4 inches, and I've already done the inside like most of my cards that I've been showing you lately. The actual stamp set or die set that I used for this, oh my goodness, I think I forgot to pull it out, but I will be leaving that in the description box at the bottom of this video, so definitely check that out if you're interested. All I did was color it in with some markers, and then I did an outline and little designs throughout the petals with my Nuvo glow drops, because this stuff glows in the dark, which so does Rapunzel's hair, so that's why I decided to do that. It's really a cool feature. I really love this Nuvo glow drops for that fact alone. And I've already done the G stamp with the little ribbon, and this is the thread that I used. This is not the spindle that it was originally on, so don't read the name of that because that's not the original one. But basically it's just some black simple thread. So the very first step is to not just have your card, but cut down your first cardstock piece, and that is in black, and we're just going to glue that down with some Tombow liquid glue. Da, 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 da. I hope you guys are enjoying this Card-tober series. I keep saying that I'm really excited for the rest of the month because there's so many things that I'm going to be doing for you guys that I have not done yet on this channel. So get ready and get excited. And there we go. Ooh. There we go. The next step is to cut down the maroon cardstock, and that's about 1/8 of an inch or a little bit more than that, smaller than the black cardstock. And this one we're going to save for a few seconds here because we want to pop dot this layer off of the black layer. So the next thing to do is to get your crimp paper. Now, I didn't just have this ready to go. I actually made this crimp paper with this tool here. And it's just it's just a crimper tool. It's from Fiskars, and all you have to do is load the paper through this area while holding this little lever open. And I'll show you an example here. So I'm just going to show you with this red paper, and you just kind of feed it through here. Then you crimp the handles together. You close the handles, and you twist this side around. And as you can see, it crimps the paper as it goes through. And then you can just pull it out if you don't want all of it done, or however much you want done. So that's basically what that does. And I thought the black cardstock being all crimped and stuff would be a good representative of her curly, crimpy hair. So we're going to just glue that down onto the maroon cardstock, again with our Tombow liquid glue. And put a nice good thick layer of glue in there because of all of the little bumps. You want to make sure it gets in there and doesn't come off of your card. It's quite important. And there you go. And this is, I think, just a couple inches wide, and then of course just 1/8 of an inch smaller than 5.5 inches tall. And then we're going to keep that going here. And oh, I just realized I forgot another step. Oh, how fun. Let's go ahead and peel that away. And we're going to let that sit for just a second because I just realized I forgot to do my ribbon. And that's very important. So this is the ribbon I'm using from May Arts. And we're just going to take off quite a long piece here. Let me find some scissors. Cut that off. And now we're going to wrap this around the black crimped paper towards the middle, and then we're going to pull both sides to the front. Let me go ahead and show you the next step. Take some gold metallic cardstock, and you're going to want to cut out your circle here, which is going to serve as the belt loop. Now, how I did that was I used these 2 punches. Let's see, this one, both of them actually are from EK Studios, I believe. What's it called? Sorry about that. EK Success. Now I've done 1 inch and a 3/4 inch. The best way to do it, and let me show you again on this red cardstock, is to stamp out the smaller circle towards the center here, because that's going to be the inside of the circle. Throw that away, or you save it for later. Then you're going to take your 1 inch and you're going to go over the previous cut punch. And oop, let me put that in frame for you. Sorry about that. So you can already see that it's going to create that circle. Ta-da! Now it's not quite perfect, but if you have the, a little bit more time, you'll be able to kind of get that perfectly round, but you get the idea. So that's all I did. I did that with some gold cardstock, some metallic gold, and all we're going to do is just run these 2 pieces through. Let's do one at a time and actually glue it as we go. Actually, let's go ahead. Sorry if my head gets in view. I'm going to sit down and actually glue this. Okay, so we're just doing a dot on the top and a dot on the bottom. And then we're going to feed that ribbon through and just let it go through naturally, and then have it curve like this. And hold one of the sides down. Now this gets a little tricky, so just bear with me here. Okay, you're just gonna pull it through and then angle it down, just like this. Okay, and then hold down your gold circle or belt loop. Okay, hold that down until it's dry enough to lift up and not have it kind of move. Okay. So now that's kind of glued down. Let's also peel that off of the table, because remember I accidentally glued that already. And now what we're going to do is take more glue, more glue, glue everywhere. And we're going to just put a dot of glue on the back of this ribbon here. Make sure you guys can see this. Okay, and we're going to kind of pull that down and hold it wherever you decide to hold, have it come down. I kind of wanted it just slightly pulled tight. Try your best to let that sit for a few seconds, and it's not really going to stay very well. So let me get my sticky dot singles, if I can. Let's see. Oops. Sorry about this. I forgot to grab them. So let's go ahead and use some sticky dot singles, which are these guys here. Let's use these instead of the glue. Sorry about the snoring, my dog is sleeping. I did talk to him. I said, hey, you can't be snoring in these videos. Makes it sound weird. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing for the other side. And just pull tight. There you go. And you're gonna go ahead and just let the rest of it kind of hang down. That's totally fine. Then the next step is to take your Cricut cartridge in Happy Hauntings, and again, run it through with some gold cardstock, and you're gonna end up with Bump in the Night. And all I did was took my pop dots, or 3D square adhesives, just cut a bunch of them so that there are little strips or little tiny squares. And we're just putting it in certain areas so that way it will pop off of the page. And just take all these backings off. Okay. Oops, getting it stuck on my fingers because I have so much glue everywhere. Did I already get that one? Yeah. Has that ever happened to you when you're trying to take these things off and you already got that one? All right, so we're gonna put that aside for a quick second, and now we're gonna be able to glue, oh goodness, we got so much glue everywhere. We're gonna be able to glue this back down to the maroon cardstock. So put in more glue here. Go ahead and go right on top of that ribbon, so that will also help it stay on the card. And put that back where you had it before. Hopefully you won't make that mistake when you're doing it. Okay. Just like so. Okay, and you can kind of see how this part of the ribbon is kind of angled down, and I did that on purpose because that is kind of how she wears her belt. And now we'll go ahead and put we'll go ahead and put the sentiment on the card itself. Just center it as best you can and then press down as evenly as possible. Another trick to press down on things like this is to use a large stamp block, and that will press more evenly than your hand. It's also a great way to have something sit to, you know, dry from being glued down. And now we're going to glue, oh, no we're not. See, I almost made this mistake again. We're not going to glue that down. We are actually going to pop dot that with our 3D square foam adhesives. Just in the corners and one in the center. That's pretty much all you need for that. Oops. Just taking all the backings off and then place that onto your card. So you'll see that the black in the very background is just very thin and barely showing. So there you have it. There is your Disneybounding Mother Gothel card. Let me show you a couple of the other stamp sets that I used. I used the TPC Studio Jeepers Creepers for the inside sentiment of Frightfully Delightful. And like I said, I used this Happy Hauntings Cricut cartridge for the sentiment on the outside. And I believe that was everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry about the little delay there. Stay tuned for more and exciting cards headed your way. Happy Halloween, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!